That $1,000 rental is going to be $1,025. It's going to be $1,047, $1,099 very, very quickly. And before you know it, you're paying $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 when you locked in to pay $1,000. Welcome back. So it's Mike Frank with Berkshire Hathaway, team leader at Frank Oliver and Company. Wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about renting versus buying today. We've talked about this in the past, a lot of things going on, and people have a lot of questions. So we do have home buyer events periodically. We have one coming up in 4 weeks, which is March 28th. Is that right? So it's going to be Saturday morning here at our office, low key, maybe an hour, 2 hours. The more questions you ask, the longer we'll be here. Before we run down that road, a bunch of things happening. We had 3 offers submitting over the weekend. Eric submitted a couple. We had a couple as well. We have a settlement this week for Tim Evans, who's doing a rehab loan. Very exciting. If you guys don't know, rehab loan, super simple. You buy the house, you get the rehab loan as well. Contractor comes in, you end up with a beautiful product, and it's all under one mortgage payment, which is really great. We also had a lot of showings over the weekend, a couple listing appointments last week, lots of things happening, and the spring market is definitely upon us. Why rent when you can buy? Spring market's a great time to consider. Renting is epitome putting money into your landlord's pocket. Buying is obviously investing in your future. A lot of things to consider, but the biggest one is that your wealth versus your landlord's wealth. What do you want to build? What do you want to grow? How do you want to improve your life over the next 3, 5, 10 years from an equity position, buying something that's going to be an asset rather than spending $12,000, $18,000, $20,000 over the next 12 months to improve your landlord's wealth. Something to consider is that your landlord is going to be increasing your price over time. You know, national average is going to show about 2.5% increase over year. So you're going to see an increase in price. That $1,000 rental is going to be $1,025. It's going to be $1,047, $1,099 very, very quickly. And before you know it, you're paying $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 when you locked in to pay $1,000. The other consideration is that your mortgage on the other side, when you lock that in, your mortgage is locked in at a specific rate for 30 years. The only thing that might change is going to be your taxes. And they fluctuate. 1 year my taxes went down. 1 year my taxes went up. My mortgage payment subsequently made that adjustment as well, but we're talking very, very minimal. And for 30 years, you're going to be locked into a $1,500, $1,800, $2,500 mortgage payment rather than going up incrementally, which is going to bankrupt you over time. Interest is tax refundable. It's a deduction. It's a great thing when it comes tax time, which is this time of the year. And it's something that you're going to be able to use that extra tax refund to put towards your future even farther. So making the same mortgage payment as you would a rent payment is going to pay off not only every single month, but over time. And when you sell the home, is ultimately going to be something that's of value for you, where you're going to have appreciated that value rather than just moving out from your landlord's property. Something else to consider is how much it costs to get into a property. People often say, I don't have enough money. Well, if you're renting a property, somebody took a gamble on you. Whether your credit's good, your credit's bad, there's different programs out there for everyone, but you're going to pay a first month's rent payment, a security deposit, maybe a pet fee. You're going to be out of pocket about 180% of 1 month's rent before you even move in, if not more. And if you're renting for $1,500, you're talking $2,300, $2,500, sometimes even $3,500 just to get into the rental. And what if I told you that we could find you a property for half that cost out of pocket? Depending on what you might qualify for, grant programs, down payment assistance, seller paid closing costs. I mean, we talked about all these things through the show over the years. We had a client buy a house for $198,000, and I think she brought $1,500 to the purchase process. Everything done. Inspections, closing costs, real estate fees, transfer taxes, title costs, lender fees, everything. She paid $1,500. So why would you go out and say you don't have enough money? You just need to structure a deal that makes sense. In the end of the day, these additional fees really add up. And when you have pets and you have a car and you have an additional car and you want storage and you end up paying $25 and $50 and $100 for each one of these things, all of a sudden your $1,500 mortgage becomes $1,975. But, wait, back up. Your $1,500 rent payment becomes $1,975, right? But your $1,500 mortgage is your $1,500 mortgage. You own the land, you own the storage, you own the basement, the ground, the driveway. Why would you pay somebody else additional fees on top of it? So if you have a dog or you have a cat, well, heck, do it for them if you're not going to do it for yourself. Another consideration is your short-term versus your long-term growth and position, and that's something you have to consider. something you have to think about is, what do you want long term? If you want lower maintenance and lower fees, maybe a condo is better for you. If you want less expectations and more responsibility, maybe a fixer-upper is your right situation. Maybe you want a smaller commute or a larger commute from where you are currently. If you increase your monthly payment, say $200, maybe you're going to get something that you can own in an area that you love, rather than spending $1,500 on something that you hate and you have no respect for. So grow your future and grow your opportunity by buying now, especially while the rates are low. And that way you can lock in your future, at least for the near future, in the time being. So with that, a bunch of things happening in Baltimore. We have Frozen Harbor, it's a music festival down at Power Plant Live. Lots of things happen down at Power Plant. If you haven't been, you need to go. Check it out. Tickets range from $20 to get into VIP service and so on and so forth. It's all day Saturday and going into Sunday. 2-day event. A lot of fun, over 100 different acts all throughout the Power Plant area. And Monster Jam is this weekend, which is really cool. If you haven't been, Monster Jam, amazing. If you have kids are free, buy one, get one, I think. Tickets start at $20, super affordable event down at the Royal Farms Arena, and obviously getting ready for spring, so enjoy that beautiful spring weather, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for weekly content. Also, check out our social media pages. The links are in the description below. See you next week.